And back for the last best of 3 today. A flashback from yesterday, me and O12.
Hello,
How are
Renee.
you
How are you
doing?
feeling?
Yeah, it's slowly getting better. Better and better.
And the voice is less husky and raspy than yesterday, so a little bit better.
Yeah, yeah,
But
I've more energy now. Maybe I can cancel us today.
please don't. We still have tomorrow to to finish up the league, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So it's what do you think about this matchup? Asakura is sending me like weird signals because I do see a Reiju playmat, I do see Ace lives, and I see Sakazuki leader. So I'm confused.
I thought you were about to flame him and say like he's giving you weird signals. I mean, yeah, it's a crossover. Let's just call it that.
Yeah, it's a crossover episode. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's definitely an interesting Don choice. A Don sleeve choice.
this game is crucial, especially for Druid, because it needs a win. It needs a single win, and he managed to get the whole league. Any other scenarios, and if he loses 2-0, is it stays in the division 4, right?
I mean, yeah, if it's yeah, then they are like a three-way tie, and then because our usual procedure is if you're tied with someone, the person like if you beat them, you're ahead of them, but then we cannot resolve it between all three of them. So yeah, if this ends as like a 2-0 loss for the week, then it's gonna be weird towards the end of the league to figure out who gets promoted and who doesn't.
Yeah, in case we have a three-way tie, we have like playoffs, which which will be a first, right?
Yes. Yeah, it was the first time I think we had a tie before, but then that just got resolved by who won the match between the two. But we didn't have a three-way tie, I think.
Yeah, Druid is flexing with the cam setup. It's like nice, crispy. Maybe we can see his hand sometimes.
As usual, I think it's one of these cams that just mirrors it, so it doesn't like the cam doesn't actually look from that perspective. So I don't think he's gonna leak his hand.
You played a lot of Saka, right?
Yes,
Right.
I think it's
Uh,
my most played deck of all time. I think I'm pretty sure.
So what do you think about this matchup? Because I know Bonney usually does struggle with removal. It's like the deck that Bonney doesn't like are removal decks.
Yeah, I think now Saka is a bit weaker than before, and it's also a lot more vulnerable. So if you do one mistake, the game can quickly snowball out of your control. In my experience from like this matchup nowadays, I think it's Saka favored. But if Saka has to go first and doesn't have a good setup, then I think it can be difficult. Unless I'm playing against Yuli, then it's free. I should have like uploaded the screenshot where
Shots fired.
I beat him like 5-0 on Bonney with Osaka. But I was Bonney.
But Kuzan on curve is always nice.
Yeah, that's almost GG.
Kuzan on curve,
That's
you can't complain, right?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, the difficult part of this matchup is like there's with Saka there's a lot of problems that you have to fix when for deck building is that one like closing out the game is difficult because you always lose a swing. You don't have like big swings. You don't have big characters. You have to invest a lot of don and resources in removing characters. So the game tends to go for a while. And then in the late game, stuff like Cody is really scary. But also like double body turns with Mihawk. Like if they go Mihawk into Cavendish later on or Mihawk into Rouge on 8, it's like it snowballs a lot.
Yeah, especially because we know Bonney can cheat out a lot of dons. Like it's what the deck does the most. She cheats dons and then she just plays massive threats. Because I was checking the Saka's list, and the biggest bodies are Sengoku's on 7k, one Yozu on 7k, and then you have the Boa.
Yeah, Boa is nice because it's an 8k buddy, it's vanilla stat line, so for one don you probably always like if you attach one don you're probably guaranteed to connect the swing. But yeah, a lot of lists play Like I tried a lot of lists, and sometimes my biggest body was a 7K, which was Josu, and then it gets a bit tricky sometimes. Closing out games against decks like Bonney, Shanks, even LL sometimes, but Saka still does pretty good into them.
Yeah, in El Bonney, I think is one of the matchups where I don't want to cast. I'll be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
It's never fun.
Yeah, we see a 5K swing here from Kuzan. Worst case scenario for Bonney is now Hound Blaze and another Kuzan on 6 ton.
Yeah, I think it's wondering whether to get the hit or at that point just sacrifice the Urush.
You for sure, I think, take that. I think countering is wrong and blocking, I think, is also wrong.
But we did counter.
Because if you block here, then he doesn't need to remove it anymore. So then he just plays a setup turn. Then let's say he doesn't have Houndblaze but a second Kuzan, but is planning to play with Rebecca Brook. If you block here, then he just plays the Kuzan and passes. So, but yeah, this spot is horrible anyways.
Yeah, I feel one other threat for Bonney in this matchup because you don't like the removal, but at the same time you need to play a little bit around pudding. Yeah, and
I
Druid in chat
mean,
it says you only play one pudding. I was scared whole game to expect 2 or 3. Counter only because of the pudding. That's fair.
I think about, but here, I don't know how many cards, but taking one life, I think you don't get puddinged. You didn't really search anything that useful yet. Like Bonnie doesn't do a lot of searching. So I think like if you play pudding here, the Rouge will just stick on board forever.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I
Yeah,
think I think a deck like Bonnie, if you play around pudding too much, you lose just because the card exists. But also depends what's in your hand, right? If you already like have your next like 2 or 3 turns set up in your hand, then sure, then countering isn't horrible.
yeah, I feel it depends how much you really want to protect the hand that you have. I mean, if you know that you can play on curve with the hand you have, it makes sense to protect it from the pudding. Otherwise, it's just to play around too much. It's just cues your game too much in that sense.
Yeah, but this spot is like you swing, it gets blocked, or maybe just the 2K of the 5K swing here. And then, like, even if you play something like Cavendish and Tashigi here, it's you don't have Don left. So then sequencing becomes quite easy to just clear them both. And if you play Cavendish and Koshiro here, then you're only protecting yourself from what's it called? KO. Oh, you do have
Yeah,
Don. Oh yeah, we went first. We're not on 6 down, we're on 7.
we do
I think
see Cavendish and Shigi.
we probably still clear both, yeah.
It's really weird to see the art flipped.
Yeah.
It's trippy. But yeah, we probably want to rest the brook here, right?
Yeah, for sure. If you don't rest the brook, then it gets really weird. So, because if we don't rest the brook, this Kuzan probably, I would assume, reduce the Cavendish. Then the brook just clears the Tashigi and something else can get rid of the Cavendish. Like then we play Tsuru, swing brook, and we still have a lot of Don left to clear the Cavendish.
It was a 5-2 face. Reduce the Tashigi, and I think we take here. Nope.
What's this cheating? And we still have 8 done left. So I think it should be easy to clear both. Hound Blaze on like Toshigi, for example, and then something else to clear the Cavendish. Wait, am I going crazy?
Why we took 2?
Oh, we didn't counter the Kuzan swing. I think
Okay.
that
I was-
they just forgot to take life and stuff. That was a double attack leader swing.
Okay, yeah, I was confused for a second. Yeah, we would Hound Blaze onto the Shigi.
Yeah, now we still have 6 done to clear the Cavendish, which could be anything. Josu broke again.
Yeah, the problem there was Sakura swung twice back to back, and I didn't resolve the first attack. It was too fast in the place. Oh, double Hound Blaze.
And that works.
And you can swing 5-5 again.
Yeah, that's the good old aggressive Sakazuki.
We still have how many dons up for?
4. So if we have Kuzan in hand here, then
This
like,
game?
yeah, that's then I would just concede.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean,
that.
I wouldn't concede here, of course, but if it's like an actual best of 3 in the tournament,
Yeah.
I might concede on that spot.
Yeah, at least you have more time for sure. Yeah, I do feel that for druids, since how crucial is to win at least one game, it's not a matchup he wanted to see.
Let's see what we do with the last 4 on. Rebecca would also work. Protecting or Kuzan.
It's another Koza. Yeah.
Yeah, this seems pretty bad.
It's really rough to climb back from here, especially because you already dropped to 2 lives. And you have no setup, no Cavendish, and we know how much Bonney is a setup deck. You need your pieces, otherwise you can't do much.
I mean, 9 Don is pretty strong now because now, like, Mihawk into Cavendish is like a possibility. But yeah, if both Kuzan, like only one of those Kuzans technically matters once we have a Don up because one swings, the other one gets rested. But yeah.
But it also means that you can, at that point, you can use the Brook to.
Yeah, I would swing at Brook, I think, and just leave it on up
Yeah.
to have the second Kuzan rested.
Because Brookie can be a card that, if it stays on the board, it can snowball quite fast.
Yeah, especially against, like, if you keep him on board and you have to rest the second Kuzan here, then he just gets rid of any anti-removal card for free, and then something like Gravity Blade is still open up. Yeah. But if he doesn't have Mihawk here, then
That's even rougher.
yeah, that would be bad, yeah. Like anything that's not Mihawk here doesn't really do anything. But we do have it. And if we could play Vendish Koshiro, but then we don't have it on. So both Kuzans would work, and we're only protected against KO, not bottom deck.
Yeah, but you can immediately get rid of the Kushiro with Brook, right?
Yeah, that as well. Oh, this is bad though. Like the Mihawk turns are very strong because they are like an extra body. Like Mihawk plus a body, but just Mihawk is bad. And I think the swing into Kuzan is bad as well. I think we either swing into Brook or we swing into Life because one Kuzan and 2 Kuzan is basically the same amount of Kuzan in this matchup. And by swinging 9 Life, you at least get yourself a bit closer to finishing the game at some point because it's like Sakazuki is gonna burn resources removing your board, and then Bonney with like 10 cost Dofi and stuff can stall the game a bit. And if you put him to 1 life here, at least Hody can close out the game eventually.
Yeah, you need to set up like a a little in
Yeah.
few turns, just because it with this kind of board state and game state in general, you can't really outgrind that. Because then you play one body per turn. I mean, this turn would have been amazing if you had like a couple or two bodies, but if you play one body per turn, it's gonna be removed.
Yeah, for sure, especially if there's a Kuzan on board. But like swinging into the rest of Kuzan here is like giving him a free block on a 9k swing. And
Yeah, because we can also see a Sengoku into Kuzen.
yeah, I could play Sengoku into. I mean, he probably rests the Brook key. What? Why don't we rest the Brook? Like Sengoku into Hina, for example. Brook swings the Miyok away is an option now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would have rested. The Brook is always a massive
Yeah,
problem.
yeah, we have to rest the Brook. You know, like by Brook staying alive or at least staying active, there's like so many more plays that we can do now. Okay, but yeah, we do
Manchuri.
say something else. Yeah, maybe just wants to get Rebecca into Hina and then swing Brook. Yeah, but that 9k is still, I think, the biggest problem here. Because swinging to Kuzan's just playing to not lose, but not to win. Okay, but we pick up Rebecca. So I guess it's Rebecca, Hina, and a Brook swing. I wonder what the play would have been if we rested the Brook instead. Maybe he had like home plays left or something, and then we still go Rebecca, Hina, but we have to home plays it.
Yeah, I feel that resting the Saka leader now, Asakura is in a better. It can technically do a better turn rather than if Brook was rested.
Yeah, I wonder what we are thinking about. If like it's just Rebecca, Hina, and then we swing the Brook. Wait, now I'm confused.
So it's we're going for an interesting aggressive way,
I
but
guess he goes Rebecca, like he swings 5-5.
maybe
I would
yeah,
just
maybe
block this. I would block it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
then we go Rebecca, Hina.
maybe didn't want to lose the swing.
Nah, but I mean, we lost the swing anyways, right? And it
Yeah,
just
that's
got blocked. And
because
even if we counter this, then we counter 5 and then we counter 5 again. So we spend 2 cards. And this
but
could have been an 8k swing.
yeah, you could have swung way bigger with broken take alive for sure.
Yeah, now you get a 1k. But we are in the Infinite Tsukuyomi, where we block the Morcherie with Rebecca and just get Rebecca back all the time.
Yeah, I don't think we can get back from this board state here. Because what would be the play for Bonney here to advance the game to try to win it?
I think it's crazy that we take the life instead of countering the 5k. So either it's bricked or he likes living risky on the edge. I mean, what's the
Yeah, we have both players in chat. So Druid says Saka deck is just inexperienced for me. Not gonna lie, because not that many Sakas are out locals overall. I have the feeling. Yeah, it's kind of a spicy deck. I mean,
I wonder where that swing went to because we touched on. Because I feel like on this spot state, we always swing into Morcherie.
yep. And we
But
always block with Rebecca.
yeah, we always block with Rebecca. So this Don didn't really do anything. I guess this Don means we didn't swing at Morcherie, but it doesn't matter where we swing, it gets blocked. So just 5 and Morcherie could be good enough.
Unless this wing was a Brook, so that's why it was a 6K. So you ask for 2 cards.
Yeah, but it's also like it doesn't matter where you swing,
Yeah.
you should probably expect it to get blocked, so I wouldn't attach it on. Yeah, but no more Mihawk is unfortunate because this is not like a difficult board to deal with. Just Gravity Blade would be enough if we wanted to make life really easy. Just Gravity Blade.
That would be nasty.
Yeah, just Gravity Blade, resolve Mortuary, swing 7.
Yeah, Drew
I
says
guess
swing went into Brook, but Masher would have been better. I feel that if you do Gravity Blade here, you can technically scoop.
that doesn't look good.
Yep, that's 7. Oh, that is rough.
And then we resolve Mortuary. I guess we could also swing first because we don't really need the card right now. And if he taps the Mortuary, then we have 3 swings, so we get more swings like cards out of his hand. But yeah, in theory, Mortuary first is best. Then now the question is, do we swing 5, 6, or 7? Like I would like to keep my Brook standing here, I think, so I would probably do 7, and if he like rests the Brook anyways, then I do 5.
Yeah. But it feels kind of doomed, this board set now. We do
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get the maximum damage in, I think like 5, 6 is better because we have to. I mean, it's the same outcome, like 2K, 1K, but if he wants to take one, then we at least get one card first. We could also play second Mortuary here if we have it, if it's even in the deck.
We can check
Yes,
the list.
it is. It is.
We're on 2. Yeah, we're on 2.
Or Duval. I would like Duval. Just to protect the Mortuary. Otherwise, just swing 6.
Yeah, we just swing 6. We take. Oh, we're 51 viewers. Thank you all.
I think if our goal was to take, then the second swing, I guess then maybe we could have just rested Brook anyways. So it's for sure rested on the board. But then you get a free 5k Hina swing and you can play a blocker anyways. Yeah, I guess it's better to rest Hina.
And playing against Saka, especially if you're not like super used to it, it's tricky because you have a lot of utility pieces and you need to plan around. Okay, which one is the most annoying one or the most useful for Saka?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Sakura says cycle for Duval, but that didn't happen.
Okay, we
I
get
mean,
resolved
you,
in here.
you do run 2, so that's a possibility. That's the Bonney blocker, so we're trying to survive. But
I mean, yeah, we couldn't really go for game from 2 life, no board.
yeah,
And that's like why we definitely should have went 9k at life earlier. Because if we are like the game probably is still over regardless where we swing. But if he's on 1 life here, at least we could try to win the game with like 8-8 with Hody Jones. It's
yeah.
still unlikely, but at least it opens up the possibility. Now that one doesn't even exist.
It's always worth a shot when you're like,
Yeah,
if you know that the game is over and then you have no way to climb it back. It's sometimes just worth a shot. Okay, I will try an unlikely little. It's not gonna happen, but maybe I have 1%. But sometimes you can get that game.
yeah,
That's all Druids need. It only needs a game, so that could have worked, right?
for sure. Yeah, just swing phase until he dies.
First game I had at 0 Hodis. First Bonney search, 2 Hodis bottom deck. Yeah. What would be the cleanest way to remove both bodies here?
I mean, we don't really need to remove both
Yeah.
bodies. Like, it depends how much counter we have enough. I would probably just resolve Morcherie here. Maybe play Rebecca Hina, swing big with Brook, and then like we clear Bonney and get like at least half his hand. And then we pass. Add some more bodies onto the field as well. Other option is just Tempest Kick and Home Place, but I think we were like bottom decking a lot of our cards, so I don't even know if we have enough in trash for Tempest Kick.
Trash looks pretty chunky, so most likely, right?
Could be 7 or something.
Oh yeah, we did send a lot of cards back with
Did we just
Morcherie.
free block the 5k swing?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'm going 15.
That's
if I know I survive the swings, I'm going 15. I think he has 6
absolutely.
cards in hand. Something. Like if he has 5 cards in hand, 15 is just game. If he has Hound Blaze in hand, then 16 is probably game.
And
Or do
were
we?
they all block bricks? Oh,
Okay, now we have to play over something. And I'm confused.
yeah, we're getting rid of the brook, which
Yeah, I guess they are like we Hound Blaze and swing 9 here. I could have just. I would have resolved Morcherie then at least if we're not trying to go for game anyways.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if the block was for sure wrong if you had a 1k. Like he's, yeah, in chat he said the block was wrong. I mean, if you can guard 15, I guess then it's not wrong, but I think if you can't guard 15 and you have a 1k in hand, then yeah. But sometimes also mind games with your opponent, just block. That's how I got the win from my store championship, like the store like regionals. I got like one game I won on GP I took, and he could swing like 18 or something. I couldn't counter it, but I had Don open, and
It's gambling.
he just assumed I could. So
Yeah,
I
that
could
is
have
gambling, right?
I could have guarded out of the first swings, but then I would have lost a bit of my board. So I just went to 0 like confidently, and he didn't swing. I would have lost if he swung.
Yeah, sometimes even how confidently you take life, like, yeah, sure, I don't care.
Yeah.
But that's also a big, yeah, when we see Asakura take game one. I feel also the big difference is when you play live and you play sim. It's like if I see how the opponent is countering or how confidently it takes or it counters, it's also a way to play mind games. That's what I don't like about the sim. I quite like about playing cam games.
Yeah, the sim sucks unless Batsu wants to join us comment on commentary or something. Then the sim is very nice and good place.
It's useful to test out decks and to play and to hone your skill, but at the same time I much prefer playing live.
Now, I think I'm getting like playing sim makes me worse. And also, it depends on what deck I play, because if my deck searches a lot, I cannot play sim because then I have to see the shuffle from the sim all the time. If a deck like Bonney, I could play on sim because like at best I resolve maybe like 1 or 2 searches and then it's like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if I play Reiju, if I play Rayleigh, GP or something, if I play those kind of decks on sim, I crash out.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's
Like
very annoying.
first search, there's like 3 of the same card, and I'm like, yeah, nice, I lost the game. It just doesn't happen in real life.
So Asakura
Unless
takes the first one, and Druid now really needs to win this game.
yes, yeah. Jack is sweating somewhere in the UK. Like, please win this, so we don't have to resolve the three-way tie issue.
I mean, let's see if this game is going to be different. The first one felt very one-sided.
The first one was bullying, yeah.
Yeah,
But now we have to go first.
yeah, Sakura just needed to play like Ben before the 6-cost Luffy when it was like winning on board.
I still want to play Saka a lot, but I like the deck is a bit fake. It's still like a good deck, but it's not like it's a bit fake still, especially when if more UPs running around now. It's like it's my problem right now. All I want to do is play Saka, but then all I want to do is win. So that's a bit conflicting.
Yeah, it does have some matchup which are heavily polarized, right?
Yeah, UP is unwinnable. Like you have no like the problem is that they play too many buddies. But even if you like even if you could remove them, like how are you killing UPS Saka? You have like no buddies. All you do is like maybe a 6K swing here and there. It's like if you want to win, you probably need Pudding and Tenkos Kuzan, and they don't have Red Rock, but you have 4 life leaders. So when are you playing the Tenkos Kuzan? Just doesn't work.
Yeah, I feel the issue is like it's 6K because Saka really likes to spit out a lot of 5Ks, and that they don't count there. So we see Brook, which is always nice to see on curve.
Yeah, it's a bit weird and into Bonney because like of sequencing. Yeah, that's bad. That is very bad because here you if you have Kuzan, you just play Kuzan pass, don't swing.
Yeah, but we
Just
is in 5-on-5 dons now. It was on 3, right? Because it's going first.
yeah, you play it
Yeah.
now. Like you play Kuzan now and pass if you have it because you don't need to remove anything.
Yeah, the problem with Bonney forces you to have like a bad sequencing.
Oh, pitching Gravity Blade
Okay, maybe we
feels
have the other
insane.
one.
We have to have the other one.
Yeah.
Our hand, this cannot be the worst card in our hand right now, unless we have 2 of them. In which case, because he has no board, I'm willing to keep it anyways.
So we decide to swing.
Yeah, it looks like a Kuzan.
It's Labu.
That is not a Kuzan yet.
But we might risk losing Brook this turn. I mean,
Yeah, I mean if it's Cavendish Koshiro, we can swing 6 at it. If it's Cavendish Tashigi, we have to give it 2K. And if it's Carrot, then we just lost our Brook for no reason. But it's not.
is Cavendish.
Yeah, problem here is if you play Tashigi now, then you lose both again, just because like it's too easy to clear them, like one by one. Okay, now we just lost Brook for pretty much no reason.
Yeah, probably it would have been better just not
Yeah,
swinging.
The idea was not swinging here. You just play your Laboon or Guzan, Kuzan preferably, and then just pass. Because if he swings a 7 at life here, you're willing to take that life anyways. So you just lost Brook. But you only played one character, so it's not too bad. And Laboon makes it a bit easier because you don't have to swing, you just tap it, so nothing is rested.
Yeah, you don't lose the swing at least.
Yeah. Because if we had if you
yeah,
have Brook here still on board, like you could swing Brook now, pop Cavendish, and then play Kuzan. But if you have to play like Rebecca here, then you can't play Kuzan anymore. That's why keeping the Brook on board would have been insane, especially if when we have Laboon. We also have the problem now that we are like pseudo, like we're kind of getting stuff from this point, not on purpose, but we're always gonna have something rested that's probably better to attack into the spot than than our life. So
I mean, yeah, every resource is crucial for Saka. So and it's going Bonney's gonna swing into the board. So you your pulled cards in hand is gonna be dwindling and it's gonna be reducing quickly.
yeah, and like if we had like if we didn't swing last turn, the 7K swing would go into leader. We have 2 life with like more cards. We have Brook on board, so we don't have to do whatever we did this turn.
Just
Yeah,
yeah,
Rebecca
Rebecca,
Rook. That's
drop the
that's
couch.
why. And now like we were we have what 6 cards, 5 cards. That's like still good enough, but we're probably not getting to our life very soon. And if there is a strong double body turn soon, then like if it's like Rouge here, like Miyoko Rouge, then we're gonna lose a lot of those resources at some point. And we pitched the gravity blade earlier, so we better be having the second one. And if we do, then the game probably should be over because like you swing wherever here, like it doesn't matter. You block it probably, and then Laboon gets tapped. You gravity blade like both bodies, and then you just swing. I hate gravity blade in Saka, not because it's bad. I just hate that it like the it's hard to explain, but like with Sakazuki, like just the memories of it being this like cool puzzle deck and whatever. Like back in the day, you had to do this and that, and then you removed stuff, and then Gravity Blade is just this not so cool looking. Here, I removed both your bodies kind of answer. It doesn't look as cool if you remove something with Gravity Blade.
It's not as much as a puzzle. It's just like okay, I reduce a little bit and then slam 7 dons
Yeah,
for
yeah,
gravity.
for sure.
I mean, it's kind of unnecessary evil because it's now the meta is like even more dropping big bodies back to back to back.
Yeah. Yeah, this was an interesting turn. I think here, I don't know where the first 5 went into. I think we gave it 2K, so I would assume it's in Brook. I think I would do 6. Because I think I don't care about the lead ability. I think I want to get as much resources out of him as possible. Because if we have like Rebecca, Hina, Tempest Kick or something, the hoodie dies anyways to our Brook swing. So all we do is make him have 1 less swing. But the Brook was there on board. And I think if I wanted to keep it on up, I would have just went 5 into Rebecca instead of trying to force a 2K from hand.
Yeah, because we don't have the maturity yet to go into the infinite loop.
Yeah. I mean, Laboon for sure had to go.
Yeah,
It was so it was so I would probably like either do 6 into Rook, 8 into Laboon, or I would just start on the Laboon swing and then swing leader into Laboon as well if he protects. But I don't think I think 5 into 4 wasn't like the nicest swing. Because all it's saving us is probably 1 card. But like Saka's cards is worth a lot more, so if we trade more cards, that's always better. And the hoodie's gone anyways.
yeah, but I feel that as Bonney, we are in a spot which is a little bit better than for sure than the game before.
Yeah, there's not like 10 Kuzans on the board. He's also running out of resources soon.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like if you manage to remove pieces and to reduce the resources, it's like the snowball effect of all the setup is gonna be reducing.
We haven't seen Boa yet. Oh, T1 hurts
People,
having to play this one. That's not where we want to be at.
yeah. But this shows what we're saying is like it's running out of steam.
Yeah. And like we saved ourselves from like 1 5K probably here. But the Brook is still on the board, Rebecca's still on the board. So I think like swinging into Rebecca or swinging six into Brook last turn would have been a lot better because now you just block the Brook swing. Like if you go 6 down to Brook, you're not getting any cards from it. He's just gonna block it.
What will be the best here? Probably a Miok into something else turn.
It's always Miok in this spot. Like Miok, like double body turns is how you will lose this matchup as Sakazuki. Because here he had to play Hina into T-Bone, and he's not getting a card from life. So all he does, like next turn, all he works with is the next 2 cards from his deck, the top deck, and then the cycle. And so if you play a double body turn here, they're probably gonna stick at least one of them, and then it starts snowballing. Like if you get down 2 Miok turns, then you're usually in a good position.
Okay, that's cute.
Yeah, that is like okay, but not insane. I don't know how many cards we have, but given it's rested, I probably would just swing big on it.
Yeah.
Because here I probably wouldn't want to spend resources trying to deal with the kid. I'd probably just swing on it. If we swing
So
if you swing like 14 on it, for example, you rest one of your guys, you still have 2 5K swings after.
yeah, sometimes it's the best way to to remove it. Like when I was playing Doffy when they against Lucio, when they were dropping Jack, and you didn't have the red rock. Sometimes the best way to remove it was like, okay, I'm just gonna swing 14 at it.
Yeah. But looks like he's gonna deal with
Pound
it this way.
plays. Yeah.
I mean, that's good enough. If he now swings big on it, that's good. That's pretty much where you want to be.
But how many doors do we have open? Still 8?
Yeah, we just home blaze, so we have 8 Kahina and 8 done, so that we could still swing big on it. But we search. I don't know how many cards he has, but I think if we swing like 16 on it, we're probably getting it. 16 and then 5 life, or we do 14 and then 7 life, but I guess you could also do 12 and keep some extra cards to swing at Kid again, but that's like wasting done. So I'd just do 16 and swing 5 life after. Just to
Yeah.
save some resources.
Yeah, sometimes it's when you play in removal decks, it's a bit tricky to get the hang of like when should I use my resources or when should I just like be brutal and swing at it.
I wonder, like, because if we're trying to like clear it now with 7 done left and no Brook standing, that could be difficult. I guess playing Sengoku, like playing the Sengoku is like an option that exists. So, okay, but swinging 9 on an 8K body is probably not the way to go. I guess Boa could be a solution here. You play Boa as well.
But you still have to deal with the kid next turn, and maybe you can get more protection out on
Yeah,
Bonney's
the problem with Boa is if you use Boa here instead of swinging, he uses this ability and just cheats out like an extra blocker or something. Because it doesn't freeze it, it just makes a not attack.
Mm.
So yeah, I would probably just swing big. Like not even search maybe, but I guess 15 is probably enough too. But I would probably just go 16 here. Because I can't see how many cards he has. If he has like 7 cards or something, then I go 16 for sure.
I mean, yeah, because if you want, I mean, you can defend the kid, but it's the expenses you have to give me the whole hand, so it's always worth it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, we swing 6 and we get rewarded. We swing 9 and get rewarded for it by double 1K.
Does it mean?
At this point, I would for sure swing. Like seeing double 1K, I would swing the T-Bone now.
Yeah, yeah. Unless he's playing around pudding, I don't know how many cards he has in hand. Well,
No, I think at this point there's no like putting threat anymore. Okay, but now we have 6 done, so I wonder what like the idea is here. Looks like boa.
yeah, probably
Yeah.
swinging 11 would have been better.
Yeah, the problem is that like boa's probably like kid is one of the worst cards to freeze with boa because now, like I said, he just uses the ability to cheat out an extra blocker or something, or like an extra Tashigi maybe.
But he wanted to play around pudding. He had two Tashias. Says.
I think I would give him one Tashigi here. But yeah, now the kid is stunned, so we play our board and play Tashigi with the kid ability. So it's not looking great because if there's two big bodies here and Tashigi, then we're probably not getting rid of it. So yeah, I think it's just swinging big would have been better. It opens up to like 10 cost Doflamingo, but I think that's fine because we get to keep save like resources. And like 10 cost Dofi, like that is a good target for Boa to just play Boa and freeze it.
Yeah, or we play Rosie as well. But that's exactly what we were saying. It's like he managed to, if you can cleanly remove the kid the turn before, it's you can't really do this setup and you're in a much better spot. But now it's like Druid is pretty much snowballing and try to put anything out to protect it and to try
Yeah. I
to
mean, if
keep.
our like this turn is even like bad, not like played bad, but like our hand seems to be not good from Druid here. Like imagine this is the Miok turn. You
Yeah,
go Miok into Cavendish into like something, and then your kid ability also just cheats out like the extra Toshigi. So it's like your entire board is just full of characters. I don't know what the last card was that he played.
Urushi looks like.
Is a shiny Rouge
Yeah, I think
from the
because he has
sun.
the pillar in hand, right?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, imagine this board, but it's you play it down with the Miok.
Yeah, that would be probably that will be tilting the whole game towards the Bonney hand, just
Yeah,
playing
because,
Neo.
yeah, because you play Miok and Cavendish for 7 down total. So you have 3 down left. You play the Rosinante house, and then your kid cheats out Toshigi. So your entire board is full, and you still have the Cavendish.
The gravity blade as well would have been very, very nice here.
Yeah. Now we also lost the option to just swing at it. I mean, if we have, like, because there's two blockers, if we have Home Blaze, we could still bottom deck.
Yeah, but
I
so we
wonder what
did
we
have,
bottom deck. I think we bottom deck the blocker, maybe even, because we,
yeah,
it depends what we have in left in hand, because we could have bottom decked maybe both blocker and swing big at kid. Because, like, he gave me 2 1K, so I'm just praying he doesn't have more counter. Because this one's just getting blocked.
yeah, I would have probably bottom decked both of the blockers and swung at
Yeah.
the Captain Kid with Boa. Because this kid is helping out Druid so much. He's, he managed to stick on board for 2 turns.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think, if if we can counter the kid and there's Cavendish and Kid on the board, of course the outcome is even worse. But I think in this spot, as Sakazuki, we just have to take the odds because it already starts to look very bad for us in this spot.
Yeah,
We're running out of resources. He starts snowballing like the board. So I think I would just gamble that he doesn't have 11, or at least like gets up to it, because he gave me 2 1Ks earlier.
I don't know if you read the message from Asakura, but says this is where I trolled myself. I had Houndblades in hand but didn't use it, so you could have technically bottom deck also Rosinante and then swung 14.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, then
Definitely.
like if you have the Gravity Blade and Home Blaze here, that's like your winning line. And if I'm Bonney here, I might just swing on the boar. Like I'm doing 5 leader here. He kind of has to respect the kid, like the swing. So he gives me a card, and then I'm swinging big on
Oh,
board.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's pretty much, as of now, is the only threat you have.
Yeah, like my first swing here is 5 lead probably because like if he takes it, then I'm going like 9 lead, and then he's on one. So like probably every hole he kills with this board. But if he gives me the first five, like counters, which he should, then I would just swing on board, and he has one less card to counter with. Because if we're doing a 10 on board now, he might have 2k 1k. But I think if we used down blaze, I think the game would have been in
Much different.
Sakazuki's. Yeah, it would have been Sakazuki's hands. Because then that's left is the Bonney leader swing, which he happily take, and then like if he doesn't have a double body Miyok turn, then we're in a winning position. Now we
Yeah, but
go what 12 on board. Yeah, 6 lead. Imagine like his hand doesn't seem to be great still because we only played Miyok, nothing else. So if we manage to kill the kid in like any of the 2 turns we had time to do it, we probably win the game.
because we have only 3 cards in hand.
I mean, to be fair, if he has Toshigi, like 2 Toshigis, as he told us, the gravity blade on both blocker and 11k into the kid would have probably lost us the game, but I think it's the odds that we should have like that we should have to take. But yeah, gravity blade on Rouge and Cavendish and Hound Blaze on Rosinante, that would have for sure done it. So then you have like a 12k swing on kid left.
Yeah, and we, unless pretty much it gives you the whole hand, it's that thing goes. Yeah, there were a lot of what ifs.
Yeah, he says his idea was that like he attaches more Don instead of playing the Toshigi here to get rid of Boar. What I would do is like like I said, I would start 5, then he probably gives me a card, and then like we could maybe just not leave a Don for leader ability up and swing into Boar and play the Toshigi. But then it's I would only be 11. It's not too great. Not 10 even. Yeah, 10 into Boar. But then it's 1k, 2k, 1k that we take from him. Can we see more Tempest kicks?
Yeah, but even if we manage to get rid of this, I feel that we run out of steam. So I mean, now the pressure is all on Bonnie's hand. I mean,
I mean, we're probably losing both bodies here. If the hand is like if it's Tempest and Humblaze, we use double Tempest here, right? Yeah, then we Humblaze it.
yeah,
Maybe now we swing big into the kid. It's been exposed for quite a while now. Then he taps down one of our blockers. So I would do 12 maybe. We're on 8, so attach 4 more on. Then we have 2 more on. No, but 2 more on doesn't do anything. I would just jam it. Fuck it. I would just attach all down, swing into it, and then swing 5 lead and pass.
yeah, that thing has to go.
Yeah, I mean, you could try to be greedy, like swing 10, but then.
Was 1-8.
Wait, what?
Was 1-8 to 8, and then we have 6 done up to do what? 11 maybe?
I mean,
Yeah, I'm not a big
sounds
fan of
weird.
swinging 8. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of swinging 8 there. Yeah, 11 here. And Kid goes. That Kid stayed so long.
Okay. Guess the easy solution now is just swing 5, play 10 drop, freeze board, and hope he can't deal with it.
And what is gonna happen, I think.
Yeah, looks like it. We have to counter here because we cannot go to 1.
Oh
Okay, yeah,
no. Just KO Shanks.
yeah, this is a lot worse.
Yeah.
And we just used double Tempest, so maybe we don't have more of them. But if we do have more of them, we probably get rid of the Shanks here as well.
But the question is how much stuff that KO we still have. Because we did use a lot, right?
I mean, yeah, I mean, we have Brooks and Trash, so if it's like Tempest Kick, Rebecca Hina, Leader Swing, Brook, maybe something like this. And then he's gone.
With Rush Kuzan?
I mean, if we have Hina in hand, or in Trash, or Brook in hand or Trash, then we can probably clear this. Because Leader Swing -1, it's -4. Regina -4, it's -8, and then Brook -1 in KO. But this is like a perfect target to just bore. But then we need the Gravity Blade to deal with it later.
I don't
With
think
like
we have Gravity Blade anymore though.
yeah, I think so. I think we used
Because we used
1
one and
and
we
trashed
trashed one,
1.
yeah.
Okay, to go for the 5. Hopefully reducing Shanks. And then that's Sengoku.
Sengoku into
Who's
Kuzan. So we can't remove Shanks. I would do
that's pretty good.
but don't we die from a Hodi?
I mean, depends if we can counter 8, we don't.
I don't know how many cards he has in hand. Because that's a question as well.
I mean, yeah, if he dies to Hodi by like 1k, then we shouldn't have played the, the Duval.
Because yeah, blockers are kind of irrelevant with Odi.
Yeah. But if we had like Murakumo or Hound players left, maybe even, then we could have played Sengoku Hina and cleared the Shanks because Hina Tempest is -7. So
Yeah.
Hound plays instead of the Duval would have cleared
But not sure we
the
still have the
Shanks.
Tempest because we're already used to.
Wait, he used one at the beginning of his turn.
Okay.
That's why the Shanks was already -3.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the going double blocker against Bonney, just because sometimes when you do double blocker against Bonney, it's like I'm trying to defend, so the opponent's like kind of wants to play Hodi, right?
I mean, it's 8-8-11, so it's like pretty obvious what's going to happen. So if you survive 8, then you play the second Duval for sure. If you don't survive 8, then you don't play it.
Plain X-ray. That's okay.
And swings 5 somewhere. Hmm.
That's interesting because we also decide to X-ray is a 2K, right?
Yeah, he's a 2K. And we give him a 2K.
Then we got 9.
If it's
Probably.
into life, I'm tempted to just block it so I don't die to Hodi.
Yeah.
If
But we
it's
can't play Hodi anymore now, right?
yeah, for next time.
Yeah. Carrot, we freeze the Kuzan.
You definitely don't want to get to 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay, we lost our Sengoku, we lost our setup to clear board as well. It's not looking too good. Our leader is still hound blazed with the dice on top.
That would be amazing, right? 8K leader. Yeah, but we did go through our deck quite extensively, so I think we're running out of resources and we're running out of options as well.
With 2 cards on Bonney's side. Don't we just win? Am I going? Is it 2 cards on Bonney hand? Isn't it just math on board? I just realized he has like no cards.
It should be, yeah.
I mean, not math, because like
It's not math now.
your swing here is what? Yeah, 7 T-bone. And then if he counters, it's math. But if he takes,
By
then you have 8 done to put on Toshiki to play to swing 10. So all of them have to be 2Ks. Yeah, okay. Game would have been over. we, we we just saw him miss math lethal. It's not math, but it's like the Cavendish in hand means it would have been over.
yeah,
Because swing 7 here, and then you swing 10. Is Duval a two? No, it's 1K power, I think.
it's
Right?
let me check. It's a 1K.
Yeah, it has to. It's 2 cost of effect. So yeah, you swing 7 T-bone or leader, it's whatever. He rests the other 5K card, and then he takes. If he doesn't take, if he gets you 2K, 1K, you swing 5 and.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's the same outcome. Yeah. 5 and 6.
Yeah,
So then
because
life needs to be 2K.
now we definitely die from a Hodi.
Yeah, now the game ends with 40. But yeah, true. If we didn't block the Sengoku, I didn't even realize we had like like with no blocker, 1 card, or 2 cards, 1 life. If we didn't block with Sengoku, did we also win, right? Because
Yeah.
like,
I don't know where that swing was going, but I would probably have kept the Sengoku up.
yeah. I mean, if we were playing for 2 turns and it's going into life, we block. But yeah, if we just keep it standing, we also just win. It's also hard to predict what he plays out. Like if he plays Bonney, then like if he plays a Bonney blocker with the remaining Don, then things change again. But yeah, the swing should have been 7, and then it's either if he takes, then I mean you can't take. Then if he takes, it's game. But if he counters the 7, we do 5 and 6.
Yeah, there were. It's it's an interesting game because there were so many different routes and options, and it shows that how some decks they have like so many different decisions that you can make, and they changed the game drastically. Especially with something like Saka, you have so many micro decisions that they're gonna change the whole game.
Yeah, we could have had a three-way tie. Now it's getting closer. What's our idea here? I mean, we probably die even without Hody, almost.
Mm.
Not quite though. But yeah, Hody just his game.
Yeah. I mean, we pretty much need to pray that he doesn't have Holy. We have 3, 6.
I wonder what's in Druid's hand because if I'm him and I'm like on one life, I play like out like he played out a 2K and a 1K here, only for it to be basically math lethal. So I'm like thinking what's going through his mind. Because he sits there and he has to pray that his opponent makes a mistake, which is happening right now.
Yeah, he's just waiting there, hoping that he's not going for game.
I mean now he isn't. It's like too late already.
No, but at the start of the turn, it's like, please
Yeah.
don't, please don't. What are we playing? Hina? Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting Moss flashbacks from today. No spoilers though. All I'm saying is games were thrown. Yeah, what do we do with 6 modern?
What can we do?
Well,
I
not
mean,
much.
if we have a boa, can save us a little bit.
Oh, yeah, we always die to Hody, but we just have to pray our opponent doesn't have Hody in his last card. That's a brook.
Okay. And then we pass with 3 dons.
And 1 card. So it's like Hody gaming now. I mean, if our hand was Hody and Cavendish, and we had 1 life, no blocker.
We'll rest in 7.
Yeah. It was top deck Hody. Insane. Because what do we do without Hody here? We probably don't win.
No, without Odi, we don't win. Actually, we lose next turn.
Yeah, so we lost like to top deck Hody. We lost the Moss basically. Can we please just swing 5 here? Yeah, thanks. We need to see some proper gameplay. No, that's toxic.
Nine, and that is game. That was a wild game. But Druid managed to take the win, so it is guaranteed to be promoted. That we avoided the three people tie, right?
That's true. Yeah, he has the win he needed, but he still needs to win 1 more game for the best of 3.
But yeah,
Yeah, that was an interesting game.
it was quite interesting as well to see how. I mean, it's always easier to talk about a game when you're just seeing it from afar, and then you have like more clarity of what's happening. It's completely different while you play the game, and so it's also quite useful to discuss about plays because it allows you to have a different perspective when you play your next game, right?
Yeah. But now he gets to go second again as Sakazuki, so a lot easier.
Yeah, Druid says we both have a tunnel vision. Yeah, I feel Asakura had a couple of turns where he was a bit too focused on using events and removal to try to clean up board. Well, especially the turns where was kid on the board, where you can
Yeah.
just wing big and then that thing goes right.
Yeah, and then the mislethal.
Yeah, but
Honestly,
we don't talk about that.
I always get angry seeing people pie shuffle. But I'm just toxic. Yeah, but like second with just putting Kuzans, it's because like Bonney doesn't put anything on board on 3 Don except maybe Tashigi, but then like Tashigi, like these removal protection things aren't as scary for Sakazuki because usually you can just clear 2 things a turn. And but if they play something like Rouge before you can set up something like Kuzan, then it's like they play a body, you have to remove it. They play a body, you have to remove it, and you usually have to remove it without setup. But if there's a Kuzan on board beforehand, then life just gets very easy. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
second is so much better.
yeah, such a better curve. I wonder if the first game, the second game the one we just seen was almost towards the overtime because it felt like a really long game, right?
Yeah, it was probably close. Close to overtime.
But this game, Druid can play much more relaxed. He managed to get the win he needed.
Yeah, yeah, I know he can throw.
Okay, so we're about to start. So for Asakura, what with Saka, probably your opening hand, you want to see the Shiki, Kuzan, or Brook, and you're chilling. What about Bonney for this matchup? The usual curve, probably.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're going first, for sure, just Tashigi on 3, maybe. But yeah, just Miox on 5 costs. If you can, like, because Saka isn't like fast at killing you. The early game, I wouldn't say it doesn't matter. Is maybe not the wrong, it's a bit wrong term for it. But if you see a bunch of Miok into 5 cost turns, then even if your early game isn't that great, like you can come back.
Yeah, but we in 2 games we never managed to do the. I think we managed only with the last Miok after the kid, right? To do Miok into something into
Yeah,
another
I
body.
think that's a skill issue. No, no, we
Now
just
good
didn't
at
draw.
drawing cards. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we just didn't draw it. Yeah, when I played it against Yuli in Sim, then I never missed Miok into 5 cost, and he crashed out about it.
That's skill. That's skill. I mean, there are some decks that are like Bonney. They're like quite dependent on cards that you can't actually search. But if they're running hot, they feel like a nightmare to play against.
Yeah, let's see.
We
We
pitch
throw
Boa
Goa
immediately.
and pass. No searcher. But as long as we have Kuzan, life is great.
But do we?
Oh, for sure.
Hit that face. Take.
Yes. GG. Go next. Shake hands.
Yeah, Labuni is nice, but Kuzan that draws and okay, also when it's attacking, so you can also put some pressure. It's really much better.
Yeah, it's so much better.
And the combo with Sengoku, it's also really nice because you can play Sengoku, bring back the Kuzan, and replace the Sengoku in hand while you develop in two bodies.
Yeah, that's the most satisfying part about Sengoku. Sengoku is such a strong card, but like the problem is that it only plays exactly black navies, which like there aren't like a lot of good black navies anymore. Like Focus Borsalino is very outdated.
Mm.
Then so it's just like if Hina, you have Kuzan, and you could play like the 4-cost Hina or the 3-cost Kobe, but those are not great cards. So there's definitely potential if there's like a good 4-cost like 4-cost 5K or even 4-cost 6K that has Navy and KO something, that would be so good. Like
Yeah,
imagine the Dressrosa Zoro that just for some reason pops a 4-cost, but that's a Navy and you play Sengoku into 4-6 that pops a 4. That would be insane. But so like in the late game, Sengoku into Hina, especially on 10 down when you have one down more like one more down for Tempest Kick into Hound Blaze also clears the 10 cost. So that's also very strong.
I will bottom deck immediately the Rosie.
Yeah, he can be annoying. Okay, we do swing our Kuzan. Interesting. I guess we have
And we
two
were
lives,
playing
so it
another
doesn't
Kuzan.
matter.
Yeah, we're playing another Kuzan. That's why.
Did we take life already, or what happened? Is it the same problem as before, where we had double attack all of a sudden?
I think we took life, right?
Yeah, but we took life last turn, right? We didn't counter anything yet, so
Yeah.
we still have to counter our take life.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're deciding. We're deciding.
yeah.
Also,
Yes.
probably he just played too fast because he's wanged, and then he just like played the character immediately after. But
Yeah.
I think Druid was still thinking about the Asakura too fast again. Just let me resolve the attack.
No, I think you're too slow. That has to be the problem. Yeah, but yeah, swinging Kuzan here is fine because you had two lives. So if he swings at Kuzan or at your leader, you're gonna counter anyways. So
Yeah.
uh, opens up for carrot. But if he plays one carrot, it's whatever. Like one of your Kuzans is gonna get rested anyways. So if they get frozen, it's like yeah, it's
Yes,
like whatever.
it's a mild inconvenience.
Yeah, the the mild inconvenience is going to be home blaze now. If we have Sengoku here, are we on 8 on? Yeah, we're on 8 on. If we have Sengoku here, I might have I could see just letting Kuzan die, play Sengoku, and just don't care about the carrot. Especially with Gravity Blade in the deck.
Yeah, we're going 7 at face. So maybe we have Boa and we bottom deck the carrot.
Yeah, looks
Yeah,
like it. We pitched board to begin with, so probably had a second one in starting hand.
there is so much tempo now.
Yeah, 6-8 at bottom decks in the 5-cost now is pretty strong. Yeah, show us good arguments for the card. I really like what I'm seeing. Yeah, really good. No, 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 no.
Yeah.
Ruined the whole thing now.
This should be the thumbnail of the video, right?
Yeah, yeah, I think so too. It's gonna be the most clicked video.
feel that Asakura managed to see a pretty good curve this game.
Yeah, double Kuzan is usually just neck breaking for Bonney because they have no way to deal with it unless they freeze it or swing into it, and that's like that's not really good.
Yeah, and we topped it up with a boa.
And usually you're already like happy if Kuzan drew a card and got removed. That's like already like good for you. You didn't lose a card and your opponent had to spend resources on it. But against a deck like Bonney, like your Kuzan's always gonna get at least one like one swing off. So you have like at least one Ice Age basically.
Ice Age was such a goaded card.
Yeah, what's not so good is this 9K swing because that seems
Oh.
very sad. Yeah, that's not a good opening.
that's that's
if you're
not the turn I
if your
was
best
expecting. Yeah.
if your best 9 Don turn is swing 9 play 2 blocker, they just get Morokumut.
Yeah,
That's not
I
good,
think it's
yeah.
gonna be probably a quick game.
I
If
think we're
this,
in the same I think we're in the same spot as in game 1 where this 9K swing should always go at life.
yeah, especially if that's your hand.
Yeah, you have to play to win, not to like if you like clearing the Kuzan is like the thing you want to do because like it's an annoying card. But you have to play to win. You have to like just jam life and try to survive. Like if he
Yeah,
doesn't like make him go to 1, then he has to play a blocker all the time, like with for every play. And if he doesn't play a blocker next turn, you just swing 9 again or something. You play Miok swing
yeah,
9.
and
So
then
swing
maybe you
9.
top deck the Hodi again.
Yeah, that's like your only win con you.
Yeah, with this board state.
Especially if you're not playing a buddy, the Kuzan doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, I would consider could play a Kushiro a body which can threaten Kuzen.
You can attach tendon to Koshiro and swing. Yeah, makes sense. Just block.
I don't know. There are yeah, because they can remove it. But if that's your hand, you maybe want to dig for some resources as well. Bounce
Okay.
to Kushiro.
It feels a bit sad. But yeah. But just imagine the scenario where we go 10 life or 9 life.
Yeah.
And he goes to 1. And then he does his like stuff. Maybe he doesn't have a blocker. Like now we didn't play a blocker. Maybe we don't have a blocker. And then next turn, like maybe there's a tank or Stofi in his hand. He just freezes the entire board. Like Saka's on 1 life. Has no more setup because Kuzans are frozen. Probably doesn't have the trash right now to play Tempest Kick. So then suddenly the Tankers Dofi can be a threat. And let's say we have Hodi the turn after. We get it from life, we top deck it. Suddenly you have, even if it's an unlikely scenario, it still can happen. So you have like you found a window to like win the game from this spot. Even if you like have Tankers Dofi in your hand right now, it just does nothing. You swing 5, he gives you a card, and then you play the 10 drop, and then he's chilling.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that it's. I mean, you're almost guaranteed losing the game with this board state if you're not trying to aggressively play to win.
Yeah.
So you need to set up leader pretty much.
Yeah, because from this spot you always lose the 2-2Ks, pretty
Yeah.
much. Because it doesn't matter how much board you have. If there's like a 10 drop, like even getting one body to stick is gonna be difficult. But if one sticks, which will happen at some point if the game drags on, like from that point on, if he's on 2 life, you lose the 2K because it's 8-8, and then whatever the last big body is that's stuck on board. Like see here you have the 10 drop. Like just imagine we
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 did.
we
Yeah.
we put him to 1, and like if my opponent swings 9 at me, like the one turn, I think I'm countering unless I can't because I don't want to go to 1 just because of exactly this scenario.
Hmm.
So instead of freezing like swinging 9 at the Kuzan, which dies for free, I'm getting 2K 2K 1K.
Yeah, it would be such a different spot as well.
Yeah,
If it's
and
quite similar to game 1, yeah.
we could also not play the like one this maybe second Koshu or something, or even and just swing 11 or something at life just to make make Hodi be a thing. Because then later on, Hody is like, we still with like from that spot on, like we always lose to 2K if we have no bodies. But if he has on one life and we have Hody and one body, he needs to get out of two 8K swings. Even if we gave him more cards, two 8K swings are still four 2Ks. And as Bonney, we are like not like we're not dying in the next like 2 or 3 turns, so we can get some of his resources until we have to go for Hody. But like now, it's like you play another Boa, maybe you could just play Rebecca. You're just chilling.
Yeah, I wonder if now he's trying to set up to. I think a ball would be probably the cleanest thing to ignore Doffy for a turn and then starting pushing up for little.
Like Kuzan and Boa here would be crazy. Like if Kuzan Boa happens, but we have one Boa on board, one Boa in trash, so
How many
not as
balls are we
likely.
running? Only two, right?
Three.
Three. Okay.
So there could be one. It's just very unlikely. Okay, what could we do there? This is a perfect example why, for example, I don't like 10 drop Kuzan and Saka. Because even though our opponent did nothing, like if you play 10 drop the Kuzan here, you're still in a bad spot, kind of. No blocker.
You just pass pretty much.
Yeah,
So it's Hino.
okay. No,
That works too.
not very efficient, but because we are like, we're not, because we're just chilling on 2 life, it's just an easy out. We establish one more body. If there's no 10 drop coming this turn, we do have a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it felt more like a win more turn.
Yeah, for sure. If you play Gravity Blade for one body, you're definitely in a great position. You're either in a very bad position
Yeah.
or a very good one. It's not something you just do casually. We just played the most expensive red rock of our life, basically.
Yeah, we spent 2 cars and 10 dons.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, it's not a move that you can actually predict.
It's an 8K swing.
But where?
I mean, historically, I would assume maybe he swings at Kuzan here. Well, we're not, because, like, I mean, but here, if it's at Kuzan or at my life, I'm probably giving 2Ks no matter what.
Yeah.
So can't really tell where we swung at. Life is the, I think it's still life, which would be the correct thing to do. Because with this board, if he lets the Kuzan die, like if it's in this thing on Kuzan, then I know he probably still clears the board.
Mm. It feels pretty rough for Bonney because I mean Saka is seeing the stuff that he wants to see, but it's quite interesting also to see it from outside because even if it feels like it's a doomed game, sometimes you still have some lines where you might manage to get out the win.
Yeah, just imagine like 9 and here an 8 and leader. We have a lot less resources. Bonnie is good at trying to survive. Maybe one more 10 drop in the late game to freeze the entire board, stun the board, and then like there's always ways to cheese lethal against Sakazuki, but not if we swing 9Ks into Kuzan.
Is it gonna be Hound Blaze? Yep.
Yeah.
Buff the Tashigi.
I would probably buff the character, Hina or Josun, just to like do two big swings, because now like this, like Houndblaze now makes him pitch one card. Houndblaze on Hina makes him pitch two extra cards if he wants to counter the swing. So I feel like this is a wasted like Houndblaze buff, because here I'm just going two big swings with Hina and Josu, I think.
Yeah, you could have gone Toll and it would have been much more annoying to counter out.
Yeah. Yeah, like if I'm not that too OD, I probably might even. To be fair, I think I just Houndblaze the Cavendish. Not the Cavendish, the Tashigi, and not kill the Cavendish. That's what I meant.
Mhm.
Houndblaze the Cavendish would not be it. Okay, now I'm going all face. Unless I'm dead to OD, then I think about something else. Yeah, and I think I'm just going all face. Like 5, and then what? There's 8 on left to attach on Josu, so it's like 5 and 15. Or 7 and 13, same outcome.
Okay, 1K. And then we did have the Hodi, so technically,
We even have more Houndblazes.
but see, with Hodi in hand, if we were like more aggressive before, we could have technically steal the game, but that was felt like a massacre.
Yeah, you have like 2 options to win this. You can try to fight for board, in which case you're trying to outgrind Sakazuki by producing more board than he can clear. But with this setup that Sakazuki had here and like the cards in hand, that's never happening. So you have to try to out aggro him, swing big life, swing like just try to find a way to somehow squeeze and lethal. And we're kind of playing like we are trying to do the first one, even though we were in a position where we for sure cannot win the board game anymore.
But I think we do have the final standings now, right?
Yes.
So
By at least winning one game here, which yeah was kind of thrown. we 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 get to escape the three-way tie. Like I mean, it's +5, +4, +4. If we didn't win this one game, it would be +4, +4, +4. So yeah, Division 3 was Division 4. I meant it was quite close. Yeah,
this was a wild ending.
Benjamin has in this pod, like how we do it, like the difference between Brem and Benjamin is, I would assume, I mean it's how we deal it. It's Benjamin losing to Brem.
The difference was that pudding against Porky Hydra match, like we saw before.
Yeah.
Because if Ben, without that match, it would have been with one game above. That's an insane ending for. But congrats to Druid and Bremner. They secured the promotion, and Druid also secured the box.
Yes. And CJ has a win this season. Like last. Oh yeah, only and he has a game left. I know last season we just waited for CJ to win one. Now he already has a win. Flo has still a game left, so it's their game. CJ against Flo. As everyone else is on 7 games. But yeah, Druid gets the promotion. All these filthy Bonney players.
Yeah, I did cast a bit too many Bonney games, I'll be honest.
Yeah, we have a lot of Bonney believers in this.
I think Bonney is the kind of deck either you play it or you hate it.
I feel like I don't mind it, but there's just a lot of people. But I've seen the first non-alt art Bonney deck, because usually I feel like every Bonney main has his deck blinked out.
That's true. I always played against people that with mangas or like everything blinked
Yeah, I
out.
feel like it's like like non-rare Bonney decks are like the more rare Bonney decks. Like there's more altered Bonney decks around.
So there are also normal Bonney decks around. It doesn't have to be like super expensive.
That's why I'm baby Dietmar. Yeah, you should steal Dietmar's deck. But yeah, that was it for today. It was fun, especially game 2. Game 2 was interesting, to say the least. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow at the same time with the final of Division 2.